Okay, we're going to try to do the zipper one. I am not good with zippers, so I'm going to try to do the zipper pouch tutorial. So this is my shape. This is my zipper. It's super long, and I'm going to put it face down. The zipper part is down on top of the outer part of the zipper. So the outer part of the pouch is face up. The pretty part is face up. And then this part is going to be face down. So a lot of people will, let me see if I have some clips. So I think I'll use my clips for this. So I am going to clip the zipper, and then I'll come back and put the lining on it. So you can clip the zipper or you can put pins in it. So I am clipping it for right now. Clipping this to the edge of the zipper. So the edge of the zipper is at the edge of the pouch. Now I'm going to take the lining and I'm going to put the lining face down, pretty side down if you have one. This is just not really a pretty side. So I am going to take that and I'm going to replace my little clip with it. And then I'm going to put this to the top and replace my clip with it and put it to the top over here and replace my clip with it. I think I'm also going to use a couple of pins. Zippers are not my strong suit, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. So we'll just have to see. The zippers are definitely my weakness. So I got clips and pins in this one. So I'm going to, and these are lined up at the edge. So I'm going to put my zipper foot on. Just going to put this right here. Close that. Put my zipper foot on. See. Sometimes I have to play around with my zipper foot to see what's the best side it goes on. So, let's see. I think I want it on. I really like to sew with my zipper with this part up. So I think I'm going to do that. Put my zipper down. And then I always play with my needle position because the zipper has a little bar in the middle. And if you see, it's going to, if I do it like that, it's going to break a needle. So I need to move it over. It's at 6.5 now, but I think I need to move it over. I want to get it close to the zipper. I think I want to move it over just another one. So right now it's at 4. So I think I'm going to move it to, no, it's at 3.5, but I want it at 4. Okay, so it's at 4. I moved my, the thing that I showed you that was at 7 in the last video, it's at 4 now. So I am going to, let's see if I can get you a little bit closer to see what we're doing here. So let me see if I can move you up a little bit too, because I did put it down. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and sometimes the little felty part, the interfacing will get caught. So I'll lift up the presser foot so it can go underneath the foot. But my zipper is right here because I turned it on the opposite side. And now I'm sewing really close to the end, even though everything's upside down. But like I said, I'm not that great with zippers, so I just do my best. but I think it does help to have a longer zipper. So now we have that part. We have the zipper enclosed. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to finger press it down. I'm going to finger press it down. Finger press it. Let me see. And finger pressing it just means that you just run your finger across it. So I'm just going to finger press it down and finger press it down on this side. Finger press it. Run my finger across there because I don't have an iron right now close to me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my other side on because I'm going to, still not going to change my thread. My thread box is over there. Maybe I should because this one will be more decorative than this one. But the thread is okay. No, I'm not going to change my thread. I'm going to leave my thread in there because it's like a tan color. So I'm going to see if I put this under there. See, I want to not sew. So now I want to move my presser foot and put it on the other side. Because if you have a zipper foot, there are two sides that you can put it. You can put it on this side or you can put it on this side. So I'm going to put it on the opposite side I had it before. Because I want my stitches to be on the, between these two things, between the fabric and the zipper. So I switched it over. I hope I'm explaining it. Like I said, I'm not good at zippers, so I'm just going to do the best that I can. So let's see. So I'm going to let my zipper foot ride on the edge of my fabric right here. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Let's see. No, you know what? I don't think I want to do that. Let's see. Maybe if I do it this way. Like I said, I'm not good with zippers, so a lot of times it's just trial and error for me. It is trial and error. Nope, that's not going to work either. Okay, so I may have to put my zipper foot back onto the other side and just try something different. Try to move my foot and try to move the needle, and see if that will give me a better angle because I don't want it to, I want to catch both fabrics when I do it. So it's at 4 and I don't think I can move it over. But I do want it on my, let's see if I do that. That is 4.5. Let's see, I moved it from 4 to 4.5. Let's see if I move it to 5. I think it might hit the, probably not going to hit it, but I'm not feeling comfortable. So I'm going to put it back at 4.5. And then I'm going to put my zipper foot as close to the zipper as I can and then sew along there and hopefully it catches and not make a mess of stuff. Let's see, I think it is catching my thread. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I want the thread over there. So, okay, so let's see how this is going to go. My thread is caught under there. Let's see, get rid of that piece of thread and see what we've got going on. And I do see a mistake because I wanted my stitch length to go back to 2.0, but it did not. It is still at the 3.0, but this was the top stitch. I don't think it's like super straight, but I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain. So now I'm gonna put the other side on. So now we have this side done. And that's why it's good to have a long zipper sometimes too. Because then that way you don't have to worry about the zipper pull being in your way or moving it out. So now I'm going to take the other piece and I'm going to put this piece right side down on top of here. And you want to try to line them up as best as you can. So I'm going to put my clip back on there. And then I'm going to line up my zipper here and put another clip. Line up my zipper down here a little bit. Put another clip. And then I'm going to line up my zipper to the end. And I'm going to put a pin this time. Then I'm going to turn it over. And now I need to put this part right sides to the other lining part. And you need to try to line it up as best as you can with the other outer zipper. Let's see. And then you just remove your pins and stick them. Let's see, I think I want a pin right here in the middle. I think my hand is in the way. I'm sorry. Put that there. But I did warn you, I suck at zippers. So I like sewing where the teeth is. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to see how close I get to the teeth this time. Let's see, I think I want to move my needle over back to a 4.0. Yeah, I think I want to move it back to a 4.0. And then I try to fill it. Okay, now we have those two pieces together. Got some little straggly little things on there. Okay, so those ones are together now. So now I'm going to pull this back and we're going to do the same thing, top stitch on the other side. And having a long zipper will be your best friend because you don't have to worry about moving it out. But we do need to make sure that before we do the next part, we get the zipper open or we'll lock ourselves out if we sew the next part without the zipper being open. So let's see, we're going to put it back in here. And we are going to, and see how the zipper on, well, I don't know if you could tell, but it's not as close on this side as it is on that side. So we may have to switch our zipper sides. But for right now, we're just going to, we're going to make it work. Because I'm a make it work kind of girl. Let's see. I don't think I want the zipper. Nope. I'm going to move my needle because that's going to be too close. to the edge, and I don't want it that close to the edge. So let's see, do I need to move? Now this might be where I need to switch my foot to the other side. Switch to the other side. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm switching my foot to the other side. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to go along the edge of my zipper this time so that my stitching can be more so on my fabric. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see how far on the fabric it's going to. Okay, that's going to be pretty cool. All right, that's what I'm going to do. Try to follow the edge of my zipper, even though I can't see it, but I'm going to just kind of like I want some of my, so I think the edge of my zipper foot on this side is what I'm going by. So now we have both of those sides sewn. I don't know what AE lock means. Okay, I'm back. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take my two pieces and I'm going to put right sides together. First, I'm going to open up my zipper because if I don't open up my zipper, I'm going to lock myself out. So first, I'm going to put it back down. First, I'm going to open up my zipper to about right there. And then what I see some people do is they will go and they will like stitch right here. They'll take a needle and thread, which I don't have with me handy. They'll take a needle and thread and they will stitch that part, or they will, let's see, I'm going to take this zipper foot off. This is my zipper foot. I'm taking it off, and I'm going to put my other foot back on, which is over here. Putting my other foot back on. So, put my other foot back on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Whew, that was giving me some trouble, but we got it on. I'm going to put my other foot back on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew, now that I've opened my zipper, I'm going to sew across the bottom part so I can keep it closed. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to stick it on the machine. And actually, I'm going to change my system back to a 2.5. Oh, you know what? Let me put my little door back on. So I'll have a little bit more stability on my machine. So I'm just going to keep it together. And then I am going to sew these two pieces. Uh-oh, I'm sorry. Let's hit it. I'm going to sew these two pieces together. You see how they're coming apart right now, but I'm going to put them close together where they belong, and then I'm just going to sew at the edge of the fabric. I'm just going to kind of sew back and forth because this is a nylon zipper, and I'm going to be able to cut it as well. I'm just going to kind of keep them together. Sew across it, back stitch over it. Sew across it. You cannot do this with a metal zipper. So now I can cut this excess part of the zipper off because I no longer need it, and I'm not locked out because I opened my zipper in the middle. So I'm going to cut this excess part off, making sure that I don't cut my fabric or my liner or my outer fabric. Cut my zipper off. Okay, so now, oh man, I cut the stitches. Cut too close. Well, if you do that, just go back and just do it again. Just go over the zipper. Not done that before. That's the first time I've ever done that. So now I'm going to close these two pieces. Going to take my right sides together. And I am going to put pins, well, I'm going to put clips, not the pins. I'm going to just clip it around. So I can sew this side. Clip it around. Just line it up and clip it around. Now this part, I need to cut this part of the zipper off as well. Yeah, I need to cut this part off as well because this is too much zipper and it will be in my way, but I need to close it off as well. Oops, sorry. I told you zippers are not my thing. Oh gosh, this is a hot mess tutorial, but this is real life. This is the real struggles. Struggle, struggle, struggle. I'm on the struggle bus right now, as we would say. I'm on the struggle bus. All right, so I'm going to cut this part of the zipper off too. And this part is still together, so I'm just going, well, I'm going to close it off because I don't want to accidentally open it. If you open it, then you're going to be in big trouble. So I'm just close that part off too. And now I am going to, let's see. Okay, so now I can just cut off a little bit, but make sure I'm not going to cut my stitches this time. All right, so now I'm going to close these two pieces. Sure. Oh, yeah. All right. And then on this side, you cannot lock yourself out like we did last time. So we got to put pins in it to make sure that we stop so that we can pull our fabric through. And then we can sew that part up. So let's see. Now my zipper, I am going to push it toward, I'm going to push the zipper toward my lining fabric. So I'm going to push it down toward my lining. And I'm going to put like a clip right there too. Keep it together. And I'm just clipping. All I'm doing is just clipping around. Clipping the zipper toward the lining. Pushing it toward the lining. And then I'm just pinning it around. Pinning and clipping around. I'm too close. I'm too close. I'm too close. I got threads all over me. All right. So here's the struggle bus. All right, so now I'm going to start on this side. And let's see. Okay, my pen, I notice. Okay. Sometimes I really don't like these clips. I don't think they keep your stuff together as you really want it. But it is what it is. So I'm going to start over here. And we are at, I'm going to change my stitch width to a 5.5. And then I'm going to try to remember to change it because I want to close this off. I'm going to backspace. And I'm just sewing around right now. I'm just sewing around the lining part. And remember, I left a hole in it so I can turn it. Getting to the zipper part, and you might want to go slow over the zipper part because it is a little thick. The zipper part's a little thick. So, but I do want to backspace over it because that's a stressing point. Now I'm about to sew onto this part. Now, if I want to, I can change the stitch length to make my insides a little bit smaller than my outside, but I'm not. I'm going to leave it all at the same. I'm still at 5.50. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it the same and sew around. Hoping you can see. Sorry, this tutorial is a little all over the place, but I'm trying. So, can you see? I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. And when I come around the curve, I go a little bit slower sometimes. Coming around the curves. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Our little childhood song. And when she gets around the mountain, she goes fast. Then when she comes around the mountain again, she'll go slow. Now I'm getting back to my zipper again. So what I'm going to do is hold it, and I want to go over back and forth. I want to back stitch over it a little bit. And one thing I think that I put these interfacings on with my heat press, so it kind of squished them down a little bit more than normal, than if I would have pressed it with an iron. And I think I like that because it helps to go over the zipper a little bit better. I'm getting to the other side of my pen where I left my opening, and I'm going to backspace so when I pull it through, I'm not tearing my stitches. All right. So now we have this. We have our opening. We have opening, and we've sewn all the way around. So we sewed all the way around. So some people like to come and clip the curve. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Most of the times I don't. But today I'm going to clip the curve. Make sure you don't cut into your stitches. Just cut a little bit on the curve. Make sure you do not cut your stitches, because if you do, you're going to have to sew that part again. So I'm going to cut a little bit, just a little bit on the curve, just a little bit. just enough to kind of, and you could do the same on your seam allowance, just a little bit, just to release the stitches a little bit. Because if you cut your seam, you're gonna not be happy. Not gonna be happy. And I don't know if you could tell, like I got these little tiny clips, just really tiny, but do not cut the stitching. So now I'm gonna go in through that hole that I left once I cut these strings off. I'm going to go in through the hole that I left, and I am going to reach down here, and where we left the zipper open on the inside, we are going to push the bag through. If we lock ourselves out with the zipper, it's a done deal. You got to unstitch everything because the zipper is ruined. You won't be able to use it. I guess that's why they came up with those zippers that you put the pulls on. But I tried it the other day and I couldn't figure it out. So I put it back on the shelf and I'll come back to that another day. Today is not the day. The day that I tried it was not the day. So we didn't worry about it. It'll come to us at the appointed time. So now we can open our zipper all the way up. That's my zipper. And open it all the way up, and the zipper, we can push it out. It's not going to be the fanciest zipper. My hands, I washed them and too many times today. I've been doing laundry, dishes, everything, so my hands are a little ashy. Sorry about that. Oh, you know what, before we put this in, now that we just kind of push through that, we can push through that again. Let's push this part out first, and then we'll close up our opening. So I'm just pushing out the pouch, the pretty fabric, pushing the zipper up. Doesn't look so bad. This side looks a little bit worse, but that's okay. So just kind of like get all your fabric out. Smooth all of it out, and then close up your hole from your zipper. Told you guys I'm not a zipper girl, but I do my best. I do my best. Looking for my blue head pins because they are very thin compared to the rest of the pins in here. I need to separate them out again. They used to be separated, but they are not. Oh, here go a couple over here. Let me get these ones over here. So I got my little part pinned down. Now I'm gonna sew that. And I am going to go back to my 7-0 so I can get it close to the edge as possible. Backspace. Cut my thread. Now I'm going to stick this back down in the pouch. Stick it all the way over in the corner. Bring this side over into the corner. See, uh-oh. I need to take that out. take out my charging port. Trying to keep my stuff as neat as possible. And that way my room won't start looking a hot mess again. There's a little piece of string right there. I'm going to cut that little straggler off. And there you have a pouch. You have a pouch. You can go and you can press it. And here is our zip. There it is. There's our zip. There's our pouch. I know this little tutorial was all over the place, and yeah, sorry about that. I'm not a zipper girl. Not a zipper girl. But now we have a pouch, and then you can take it to the iron and iron it. So we have a pouch and a matching book sleeve. There we go. Book sleeve, pouch. I hope you enjoyed these tutorials. God bless you. You have an awesome and an amazing day. Be blessed, my friends.